Hi, I'm Hubert Centers. Welcome to Absolute Wealth's weekly edition of Centers Strategies. Let's take a look at this week's strategy. In this week's strategy, we're going to talk about the different stages of the market. And we're also going to talk about being married to a position. The real thing we're going to talk about is shorting Apple. So if you are an Apple fanatic, look away. I don't want to offend you because I know a lot of people that love Apple don't like talking about shorting Apple. But the fact of the matter is nothing goes straight up and nothing goes straight down. Now there's different stages of the market. Now really there's three main stages. There's an uptrend, there's a sideways trend, and then there's a correction and a downtrend. So in an uptrend, your strategy is to buy pullbacks, buy pullbacks, buy pullbacks, buy pullbacks. In the sideways consolidation phase, the number one tactic is try to lose the least amount of money as you possibly can without giving back all of your gains. And then on the downtrend side, so this would be the up, this would be the sideways, and this would be the downside. Then you're going to short rallies, short rallies, short rallies. The thing about Apple now, Apple is now in this stage right here. It's sideways to potentially lower. So what we're going to do is we're going to erase that ink, and then we're going to come back here and do the technicals on Apple. And as much as I love Apple, the price action just looks like it's going to go a little bit lower from here. So one thing we want to do is we want to look back at the past in Apple and go, okay, this swing to that swing, about 30 points. This swing to that swing, about 50 points. So we know we're looking for a 30 to 50 point target. We know we have a top here. We have a double top here with just a slightly new high. We had some support here that held and has now been broken to the downside. We also have a Darvas box breakdown. In other words, when the price action goes above the box, it usually goes higher. When it breaks down below the box, it usually goes lower. So what we're going to do is we're going to recommend a short on Apple, anything below 390 into the area of 380. So right now we're in that zone. The short should have been initiated at $390, but you could initiate it anywhere from 390 to 378, let's say, just give you a little bit of wiggle room. The protective stop loss is going to be at 409.50, right above these key highs. Now you can either put your stop in the area of slightly below these key highs, which I would not recommend. You could put it right above it, or you could do it slightly above it. And I would recommend it slightly above it, so just north of 409, so call it 410. Now the target, if you're short from 390, then you know that your target should be down here at about 340. I don't think that's going to happen. I think you've got some pretty good support here and here. As you can see, it's bounced off there. So what we want to do is we want to target above that support, not below that support, above that support. So what we're going to do is we're going to erase all of our ink here really quickly, and we're going to grab another horizontal line, and then our target is going to be about 366 or higher. So if you're short from 380, what you're looking for is 365, 366. Your target to the downside. Now your stop is going to be just north of 409, which would be 410. And then you have a decision that you have to make. If it looks like it's weaker here, hold it a little bit longer. If it looks like it's going to bounce out of there, then what you can do is you can cut half of your position loose and reestablish and see if it'll retrace back up to 390. So what my plan is once we get down here to 365, I'm going to cover half of it, and then I'm going to move my stop down to the height of this most recent sell-off candle to 397, and then let it roll, and it'll either break down or it'll come back up and get me. So that's this week's strategy. So remember, when you're looking at a valid uptrend, there's an uptrend, there's a sideways trend, and then there's a downtrend. You need to know what phase that your equity is in order to properly trade it. Good luck. Hope it helps. See you next week.